which is still under the topic of letter writing. At the time we left, we were still looking at friendly letters, which we call informal letters, which is still called personal letters. Under the personal letters, we've already looked at the vocabulary. You remember the vocabulary that we learned during this lesson. And still, we looked at a certain language structure that you remember well, that is using likely. And I left you with an exercise that I feel we should go through together. I'm very sure you have your book right there with you, your pen, and the exercise. I'm very sure you wrote that exercise. We are going to again religiously mark it. No cheating. No cheating. When we cheat, we don't learn. So I request for maximum attention such that you pick something out of this lesson. Sure, you have your books right there with you. Let us go through the exercise that we did. We were supposed to use, our exercise was using likely as the structure that we learned previously. Question one was, Joshua may forget to sign his letter. Joshua may forget to sign his letter. And at the time when we are learning likely, we said likely can mean may. It expresses an action that may happen, that is possible to happen, or that might happen. So when I am using the word likely and the question, any of these words appears, we said that these words are going to be replaced with the word likely, and still I said that likely goes with the word to. It goes with the word to, much as the setter will not put it, but at the back of our minds, we should know that likely goes with to. So when I go back to question one, we say that Joshua may forget to sign his letter. Joshua is our subject. Joshua may. So the word may in our question is going to be replaced the word likely. And take note that likely goes with to. So we are going to say Joshua is likely in the place of may. We are going to put likely to. Joshua is likely to forget to sign his letter. That was question one, answered question one. Joshua is likely to forget to sign his letter. Question two, it is possible that Murungi will give you all the information in the letter. It is possible that Murungi will give you all the information in the letter. It is possible. It is possible, and it is in line with that. So these words which express a possibility are the same as the word likely. So we're going to do away with them and say, remember we begin with our subject, which is Murungi. So we are going to say Murungi is likely to give you all the information in the letter. We are going to begin, and I'm using likely. I begin with the doer of the action. I begin with the doer, and our doer is Murungi. Murungi is likely to give you all the information in the letter. There is a possibility that schools will open after June. There is a possibility. There is a possibility. Possibility also is in line with likely. There is a possibility that schools will open after June. So we are going to remove the word possibility and replace it with the likely to. Please note that likely, when I'm using likely, I begin with the doer of the subject. The doer of the action. And this time, our subject is school. So the answer was, or is supposed to be, schools are likely to open in June. Oh, sorry. Schools are likely to open after June. Schools are likely to open after June. We might post some letters today. We might post some letters. You will check the meaning of might. Might has several meanings. Might have several meanings. There is might, past tense of may, then might, which shows that something was to happen or, is likely to happen or is likely to happen. Both of them, it works. So we might post some letters today. The answer is we are likely to post some letters today. You either put a tick or a cross. I may participate in the letter writing competition. I may participate in the letter writing competition. Answer is I am. Take note of this. I is the subject. The helping verb is am. So these two have to be separate. I am likely to participate in the letter writing competition. That was our 5th question. 6th question. Tanisha may receive a letter from her Dutch pen pal. Tanisha may receive a letter from her Dutch pen pal. And to use likely, we are going to say Tanisha is likely to receive a letter from her Dutch pen pal. If you got 6 out of 6, wonderful. If you got 5 out of 6, good. If you got 4 out of 6, you need to be more attentive. You need to be more serious during the lesson such that you get more of the question, more ticks than crosses. Those who got the whole exercise, right? Clap hands for yourself. If you failed, you still have a chance to learn more today. So be more attentive today, such that you pick something or you become better than you were in the previous lesson. We are still looking at structures that are going to be of help when we are into real writing of letters. We are going to use using since. This structure since, or the word since, is not new to us. The word since is not new to us. I remember we used it when we were in P4. Our P4 teacher could have introduced that word since. And at that time, at the P4 level, we learned that since is used to express a point of time when an action happens. A point of time when that action happened or last happened. For example, I can still say, the head teacher has waited for the candidates since break time. Or the head teacher has talked to the candidates since break time. The head teacher has talked to the candidates since break time. The point of time here, when point of time at P4 level, we looked at since to express the point of time when an action started happening. So in this sense, we've said the head teacher has talked to the candidates since break time. So break time is our point of time. Since break time, I can still say we have written letters to them. We have learnt English since yesterday. We have learnt English since. Yes, so yesterday in this case is our point of time. So at P4 level, we looked at that. We can still say he has waited for your reply since last week. He has waited for your reply since last week. So, since last week. So in this sense, we are saying that we use the since to express a point of time when an action started happening. So we've said the head teacher has spoken. I can use this one. We have learnt English since yesterday. So the learning started at this point of time yesterday. I wrote a letter to my friend. He expected a what? A reply. So he started waiting for my reply. Since what? Last week. This is the point of time he started waiting for the reply. So we use the since to express a point of time when an action started happening. A point of time when an action started happening. It has rained since morning. It has rained since morning. Morning is the point of time. So at P4 level, the teachers stopped at that. So at P7 level, we are going to a little advance it. We are going to advance to a certain level in which we can use the structure since. We cannot do away with the meaning of since of point of time. We are going to use the since in three forms. The first form is this one which we used at P4 level when we expressed a point of time when an action started happening. Today, at an advanced level, at P7 we feel that it's a little advanced from the stage that we are in P4. We are now going to use the since to express a point of time when an action last happened. I'm going to bring in the word last. When it last took place. That is the level we are going to look at P7 level. I can say, please note this, we are going to look at a point of time when an action last took place. But I said at P4 level, the teachers looked at the point of time when an action started happening. Still, don't confuse, we are going to learn, we are going to understand and meet the two meanings. Still, in this case, we are looking at the point of time when an action last happened. I can say, we last had a letter writing lesson. A letter writing lesson on Monday. We last had a letter writing lesson on Monday. We last had a letter writing lesson on Monday. What does this statement mean? This statement means that at this time when I'm saying this sentence, we are not having what? We are not having a letter writing lesson. They stopped when? This letter writing lesson stopped on Monday, supposing today is Friday. So, since this point of time, Monday, we have not had any what? Lesson of letter writing. The teacher last taught us that lesson on what? On Monday, supposing today is Friday. That is why I brought in this word last, to express the point of time when this action of letter writing last happened. So the setter can say, rewrite this sentence. Rewrite this sentence using since. Rewrite this sentence using since. I have explained to you the meaning of this sentence. Supposing today is Friday, today is Wednesday, but the setter is saying you last had this lesson, such a lesson, on Monday. Point of time is Monday. Now he says rewrite using since in the sense of point of time. We are now going to bring in a negative here and say we have not. What I could not have told you in the beginning, that most of the senses in which we use since, we use the perfect tense. They use this one, I could have forgotten it, but I've remembered it. The use of the perfect tense. The perfect tense is where we use has, have, or had plus the past participle of the verb. These are what form the perfect tense. So when I'm using since, in most of the senses when we use since, this perfect tense is we use it so much. So we are going to say we have not had our past participle is this verb. The past participle of this verb is still remains as had. We have not had a letter writing lesson. We have not had a letter writing lesson since. We have not had a letter writing lesson since. That is example A. We have not had a letter writing lesson since Monday. We last had. I have explained what this one means. We last had, and today is Friday, today is Thursday. That means no lesson of letter writing has taken place since what? Since Monday. So this word last is the one that is expressing this negative to say we have not had a letter writing lesson since Monday, because we last had it on Monday. We last had it on Monday. So since this point of time Monday, we have not had a letter writing lesson. Another example in the sense of point of time, we can still say Philbert last received a letter in February. Check the spelling of February and capital F. Capital F, make sure it doesn't cross there. Philbert last received the letter in February. We are in May. According to this sentence here, Philbert last received the letter in February. The point of time Philbert received that letter, last received the letter, was in February. We are now in May. What does this statement mean? That since this time of February, this point of time of February, Philbert has not received a letter. But we have not yet discussed beginning with since. Let us concentrate on since in the middle. So here we say Philbert has not. Remember, we are using the perfect. We are using the perfect tense and say, Philbert has not received a letter, has not received a letter since February. Since that point of time, since February. Philbert has not received a letter since February. This last is expressing that he stopped at that particular time. Not up to now, he has not yet received another one. Another example of point of time. Another example of point of time. We can say the last time Magero wrote a letter to me, was in 2018. The last time Magero wrote a letter to me was in 2018. The point of time when she last did that action was in 2018. And since that time, she has not written any letter to me. So we are going to begin with our subject, which is Magero, and say, Magero has not, our perfect tense. Magero has not written. Perfect past participle of wrote, past participle, which matches with has, is written. Magero has not written a letter, to me, since 2018. That is the first meaning. That is the first use of point of since, where we express the point of time when an action last happened. Then we are going to look at another meaning or another way we can use to express or to show, to use since when we express a period of time. I can still say that I last received the letter 2 days ago. Examples, still these are examples. Okay, I last received a letter. I last received the letter 2 days ago. 2 days ago. 2 days is a period of time. 2 days is a period of time. I last received a letter 2 days ago. And the setter says, rewrite using since. The setter says, rewrite using since. At first we said it is used to show point of time. Here it can also express a period of time. When they bring a period of time like this, 2 days is a length of time. So the setter wants me to begin with this period of time, but don't use the word ago when I'm using since. These two adverbs don't go hand in hand. Don't use ago when you're using since. So I'm going to begin like this and say, it is this period of time. It is 2 days. This it is showing the period of time. It is 2 days since I last It is 2 days. I begin with the period of time in this case. I begin with this period of time. It is 2 days since I last received a letter. Since I last received a letter. Take note, children, here. When it is point of time, this last died out with the word not. In this period of time, the last we need it. All that you need is to know, have they used a period of time or they are using a point of time? It is 2 days since I last received a letter. Another example for period of time, I can say, we last visited. I can use a simple one. We last posted letters. A week ago. A week is a period of time. It is a it is a length of time. We last posted letters a week ago. It is a length of time. Length is period of time. Once you read and you see that it is a period of time or it's a length of time, very easy for you. You just begin by expressing that period of time with it is and say it is a week or it is 1 week. It is a week since we last. Please take the difference between the two. Point of time and period of time. Point of time, the word last is not brought in. The word not comes in. But when we are using period of time, we begin with the period of time and the word last is relevant in this case. It is a week since we last posted letters. It is a week since we last posted letters. That is another example. Then the third example, I think 2 examples are enough. Now I want also to capture the third way, which is the last one at our level. Hope you've copied this one and you've mastered it well when we're expressing the point of time. Now, I want us to use since. We are going to use a since to show an action that is still going on, but to show the time it started happening. We are going to use the since to show actions that are still going on, but showing the point of time it started happening. Let me begin with a vivid example. Teacher Maureen is teaching you now, right? Teacher Maureen is teaching you now. And the Teacher Maureen, once you look at your clock or you remember, probably it's afternoon now. Probably it's afternoon. And Teacher Maureen is started in the morning. I can write a sentence here. Madame Zawedde, that's my second name. Madame Zawedde is still teaching us. Is still teaching us. She started at 9 o'clock in the morning. She started at 9 o'clock in the morning. When you look at this sentence, when you look at these 2 sentences, actually they are 2, and the setter wants you to join them using since. You look here that Madame Zawedde is still teaching you. But the point of time at which it started was 9 o'clock in the morning. So we want to show that Teacher Maureen is still teaching, but expressing the point of time she started teaching. What we do, we remember the perfect tense. We remember the perfect tense. The action is still going on, remember, candidates. So we use a perfect tense that shows that the action is still going on. We bring in a perfect tense which is called the present perfect continuous. Has been or have been. So we are going to say, Madame Zawedde has been doing what? Teaching us. Perfect tense, has and have. Express a perfect tense. And a past participle, has been teaching. The action, when we have ing on the verb, shows the action is still going on. Madame Zawedde has been teaching us since this point of time. Since this point of time, which is what? 9 o'clock in the morning. Madame Zawedde has been teaching us since this point of time, since 9 o'clock in the morning. So that was the vivid, that example of what is happening now. Now I'm going to bring examples that are connected to our topic, that is letter writing. I'm going to give you only 2 examples in line with this, then I give you the exercise. So we're going to give examples of such. I'm going to say, Florence started working at the post office last year. My friend Nantua Florence. Nantua Florence, but I'm going to use Florence. I prefer Florence in this example. That Nantua Florence started working. Can use with the post office. With the post office, where we post our letters, is called the post office. Capital P, capital O. Nantua started working with the post office last year. She is still working there. She's still working there. With the explanation I have given before, we are saying that we have been given 2 sentences and the setter wants us to join them using since, of which we said since expresses a point of time in this regard. The action is still going on, but we need the point of time. The point of time when Florence started working with the post office. So we are going to bring in our perfect tense, which we have said that when the action is still going on, we bring in this perfect tense called present perfect continuous. Present perfect continuous. The action has been going on. So we are going to say Florence has been working with the post office since this point of time. So we are saying Florence has been working. She's still there. Florence has been working with the post office. Since expressing the point of time. Expressing the point of time, she started working with them. Post office since last year. Florence started working with the post office last year. She's still working there. Florence has been working with the post office since last year. This is the commonest question in since at P7 level. This is the commonest, and that one of period of time, so master them very well. Master them. Then another example that I can give with this, I can say Tendo, my friend Tendo said, Tendo started exchanging letters with his pen pal. I want you to master the word pen pal. Okay. And we say pen pal, there are two separate words. Tendo started exchanging letters with his pen pal. Okay. Tendo is still exchanging letters with. Okay. Tendo started exchanging letters with his. Okay. Tendo is still exchanging letters with his pen pal. He started when he was in P1. He started when he was in P1. So we are so much interested in the point of time when this action started happening, because since is going to deal with the point of time. Since deals with the point of time. So when you analyze these two sentences, the point of time when Tendo started was that time when he was in primary 1, when he was in P1. So we are going to rewrite using since, but capturing the point of time. We are going to say Tendo has been exchanging letters with his pen pal since he was in what? Since he was in P1. Since he was in primary 1. That is the point of time. So children, we have not been able to use have, but I can still say we are. Instead of Tendo, I can say we are still exchanging letters with our pen pals. We started when we were in P1. When we were in P1, our answer will be we have been, because I wanted to bring in that idea of have. We have been exchanging letters with our pen pals since we were in P1. I'm very sure you have understood. Thank you for being very attentive. Thank you for learning with me.